There is a strange magic in this love of ours, rivals as we all are in the affections of our dear Reginald. The very hopelessness of our love is a bond that binds us to one another.
Jealousy is merged in misery, while he, the very cynosure of our eyes and hearts, remains icy, insensible. What have we to strive for?
The love of maidens is to him as interesting as the taxes.
Oh, would that it were. He pays his taxes.
And cherishes the receipts.
Oh, happy receipts!
Fools!
I beg your pardon.
Fools and blind. The man loves, wildly loves.
But whom? None of us.
No, none of us. His weird fancy is lighted for the nonce on Patience, the village milkmaid.
On Patience? Oh, it cannot be.
Ah, but yesterday I caught him in her dairy eating fresh butter with a tablespoon. Today he is not well.
Oh, but Patience boasts that she has never loved, that love is to her a sealed book. Oh, he cannot be serious.
'Tis but a passing fancy. 'Twill quickly wear away. Oh, Reginald, if you but knew what a wealth of golden love is waiting for you stored in this rugged old bosom of mine, the milkmaid's triumph would be short indeed.
Still brooding on their mad infatuation, I think thee, love, thou comest not to me. Far happier I free from thy ministration than dukes or duchesses who love can be. 'Tis Patience, happy girl, loved by a poet. Your pardon, ladies, I intrude upon you.
Nay, pretty child, come hither. Is it true that you have never loved?
Most true indeed.
Most marvelous and most deplorable.
I cannot tell what his love may be that cometh to all but not to me. It cannot be blind as they imply. Oh, why do these ladies sigh? It cannot be joy or rapture deep. Oh, why do these gentle ladies weep? It cannot be bliss for last is said. Oh, why are their eyes so wondrous red? Though everywhere true love I see, a coming to all but not to me, I cannot tell what this love may be. For I am blind and I am gay, all this exciting night and day. For
Yes,
I
she
am
is blithe and she is gay.
Think of the gold to
Yes, she is blithe and gay. Yes, she is blithe and gay.
And if love is a thorn, they show no wit who foolishly hug and foster it. If love is a weed, how simple they who gather it day by day. If love is a nettle that makes you smart, then why do you wear it next to your heart? And if it be none of these, say I. Oh, why do they sit and sob and sigh? Though everywhere true love I see, her coming to all but not to me, I cannot tell what this love may be. For I am blind and I
Patience. But if you've never loved, you've never known true happiness.
But the truly happy always seem to have so much on their minds. The truly happy never seem quite, well.
There is a transcendentality of delirium, an acute accentuation of supremest ecstasy, which the earthy might easily mistake for indigestion. But it is not indigestion. It is aesthetic transfiguration. Enough of babble. Come.
Oh, but stay, I have news for you. The 35th Dragoon Guards are halted in the village and are on their way right now, this very moment, to this very spot.
The 35th Dragoon Guards.
Oh, they are fleshly men of full habit. We care nothing for dragoon guards.
But bless my heart, you were all engaged to them a year ago.
A year ago?
My poor child, you do not understand these things. A year ago, they were very well in our eyes, but
Since then, our tastes have been etherealized, our perceptions exalted. Come, it is time to lift our voices in morning carol to our Reginald. Let us to his door.
20 lovesick maidens we, lovesick all against our will. 20 years hence we shall be, 20 lovesick maidens
devising a plan, the coolest of theologians sounds contradictory, coolness of pageant about to Japan, the science of Julian, the eminent musical wit of Macaulay who wrote to Queen Anne, the pathos of Paddy is rendered by Boucicault, style of the bishop of Sorter and Man, the dash of a Dulcie divested of quackery, narrative powers of Dickens and Thackeray, Victor Emmanuel, Pete Hunting Peveril, Thomas Aquinas and Dr. Shishavero, Tupper and Tennyson, Daniel Defoe, Anthony Trollope and Mr. Gizot.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes,
take of these elements of the confusion, held them all down in a pain of loosen, set them preserver and heavy to go. And the heavy dragoon is the to receipt for the soldier like Paragon. Get at the wealth of the Tsar if you can. A family pride of a Spaniard from arrogant forces with sisters pronouncing a ban. A smash of Waterford, reckless and rollicky, swagger of Roderick, heading his clan. The keen penetration of Paddington Pollocky, grace of an orderless, gone of Divan. The genius strategic of Caesar or Hannibal, skill of Sir Garnet in thrashing a cattle. Flavor of Hamlet, the stranger, a touch of him. Little of Manfred, but not very much of him. Little of Burlington, riches and Shaw, Mr. Micawber and Madame Dussault.
Yes, 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 yes.
Take these elements, all that is beautiful, melt them all down in your thinking. Heavy Midsummer and Heavy Dragoon, and the Heavy Dragoon is the Ramsey Crew. If you want to receive for the soldier like Paddington, get at the wealth of the Tsar if you can. A family pride of a Spaniard from Aragon, force of a fist or pronouncing a ban. A smack of Waterford, reckless and rollicky, swagger of Roderick, handing his clan. The keen penetration of Paddington Pollocky, grace of an odorless, gone of Divan. The genius of chickens of Caesar or Hannibal, skill of Sir Garnet, thrashing a cannon. Flavor of Hamlet, a stranger, a touch of him. Little of Manfred, but not very much of him. Beetle of Burlington, riches and Shaw, Mr. Micawber and Madame Dussault.
Yes, 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 yes.
Taking these elements, all inexcusable, melt them all down in the thinking. Setting the summer and Heavy Dragoon, and the Heavy Dragoon is the Ramsey Crew. Well, here we are once more on the scene of our former triumphs. But where's the Duke?
Here I am.
Come, cheer up. Don't give way.
Oh, for that, I'm as cheerful as a poor fellow can be expected to be, who has the misfortune to be a duke, with 1,000 a day.
Most men would envy you.
Envy me? Tell me, Major, are you fond of toffee?
Oh, very.
We are all fond of toffee.
We are.
Yes, and toffee in moderation is a capital thing, but to live on the toffee for breakfast, toffee for dinner, toffee for tea, to have it supposed you care for nothing but toffee, and would consider yourself insulted if anything but toffee were offered to you, how would you like that?
I can quite believe that under those circumstances, even toffee would become monotonous.
For toffee, read flattery, adulation, and abject deference, carried to such a pitch that I began at last to believe man was born bent at an angle of 45 degrees. Great heavens, what is there to adulate in me?
Nothing.
Am I particularly intelligent? Or remarkably studious? Or excruciatingly witty? Or unusually accomplished? Or exceptionally virtuous?
You are about as commonplace a young man as ever I saw.
You are.
Exactly! That's it exactly that describes me to a T. Thank you all very much. Well, I couldn't stand it any longer, so I joined this second-class cavalry regiment. In the army, thought I should be occasionally snubbed, perhaps even bullied, who knows. The thought was rapture. And here I am.
Yes, and here are the ladies.
Oh, but who is that gentleman with the long hair?
I don't know.
He seems popular.
He does seem popular.
For we love in vain, not so sorrowful
ridiculous and is not this preposterous, a thorough makes absurdity, explain it if you can. Instead of rushing eagerly to cherish us and foster us, they all prefer this melancholy to it every man. Instead of slightly waving at us, passing us and hearing at us, blushing at us, flushing at us, flirting with the band, they're actually sneering at us, leering at us, jeering at us, pretty sort of cheering for a military man. They're actually sneering at us, leering at us, jeering at us, pretty sort of cheering for a military man.
Mystic poet, hear our prayer. 20 lovesick maidens we, young and wealthy, dark and fair, full of country family. And we die for love of thee. 20 lovesick maidens we.
Yes, we die for love of thee. 20 lovesick maidens we.
Though my book I seem to scan in a rapt, ecstatic way, like a literary man who despises female play, I hear plainly all they say, 20 lovesick maidens they.
He hears plainly all they say, 20 lovesick maidens they.
Though so excellently wise, for a moment mortal being, deign to raise thy purple eyes from thy heart-drawn poesy. 20 lovesick maidens see, each is kneeling on her knee.
20 lovesick maidens see, each is kneeling on her knee.
Though, as I remarked before, anyone convinced would be that some transcendental law is monopolizing me. Round the corner I can see each is kneeling on her knee.
From the corner he can see, each is kneeling on her knee. Now is not this ridiculous, and is not this preposterous, a thorough makes absurdity, ridiculous, preposterous, explain it if you can.
In
What is not this ridiculous, and is not this preposterous, a thorough makes absurdity, explain it if you can. Instead of rushing eagerly to cherish us and foster us, they all prefer this melancholy to it every man. Instead of falling weary at us, passing us and hearing at us, flushing at us, flirting with the band, they're actually sneering at us, leering at us, jeering at us, pretty sort of cheering for a military man. They're actually sneering at us, leering at us, jeering at us, pretty sort of cheering for a military man. Now is not this ridiculous, and is not this preposterous, they all prefer this melancholy to every man. Now is not this ridiculous, and is not this preposterous, they all prefer this melancholy to every man. Now is not this ridiculous, and is not this preposterous.
Angela, what is the meaning of this?
Please, sir, leave us. Our minds are but ill-tuned to light love talk.
But what in the world has come over you all?
Bunthorne, he has come over us. He has come among us. And he has idealized us.
Has he succeeded in idealizing you?
He has.
Good old Bunthorne.
My eyes are open. I droop despairingly. I am soulfully intense. I am limp, and I cling.
Finished. At last. Finished.
Are you better now?
Yes, it's you. I am better now. The poem is finished. My soul has gone out into it. That is all. It is nothing worth mentioning. It occurs 3 times a day. Patience. Here, patience.
Will it please you to read to us, sir?
Oh, this we supplicate.
But shall I?
No!
Yes?
No.
No.
I will read it if you bid me. It is a wild, weird, fleshly thing, yet very tender, very yearning, very precious. It is called...
Oh, hollow, hollow, hollow.
Is it a hunting song?
A hunting song? No, it's not a hunting song. It is the wail of the poet's heart on discovering that everything is commonplace. To understand it, cling passionately to one another and think of pink lilies.
Oh, hollow, hollow, hollow.
What time the poet hath hymned, the writhing maid lies limbed, quivering on amaranth and asphodel. How can he paint her woes, knowing as well he knows that all can be set right with calomel? When from the poet's plinth the amorous colocynth yearns for the aloe, faint with rapturous thrills, how can he hymn their throes, knowing as well he knows they are but uncompounded pills? Is it, and can it be, that nature hath this decree? Nothing poetic in the world shall dwell, or that in all her works something poetic lurks, even in colocynth and calomel? I cannot tell.
How purely fragrant.
How earnestly precious.
Well, it seemed to me to be nonsense.
Yes, nonsense perhaps, but oh, what precious nonsense.
This is all very well, but you seem to forget that you are engaged to us.
It can never be. You are not Empyrean. You are not Delacruscan. You are not even early English. Oh, be early English ere it is too late.
Red and yellow, primary colors. Oh, South Kensington.
We didn't design our uniforms, but we don't see how they could be improved.
No, you wouldn't. Still, there is a cobwebby gray velvet with a tender bloom like cold gravy, made Florentine 14th century, trimmed with Venetian leather and Spanish altar lace, and surmounted with something Japanese, it matters not what, would at least be early English. Come, maidens.
20 lovesick maidens free, lovesick all our names are real. 20 years hence we shall be, 20 lovesick maidens
Gentlemen, this is an insult to the British uniform.
A uniform that has been as successful in the courts of Venus as on the field of Mars. When I first put this uniform on, I said as I looked in the glance, it's 1 to a million that any civilian my figure and form would surpass. Gold lace has a charm for the fair, and had plenty of hair to spare. One of the loveliest professions when uttered in Hessians are eloquent everywhere. A fact that I counted upon when I first put this uniform on.
I simple coincidence you could never have counted upon. The same thing occurred to me when I first put this uniform on.
I said when I first put it on, it is plain to the veriest dunce that every beauty will feel it a duty to yield to its glamour at once. They'll see that I freely go lace in a uniform handsome and chaste, while the tactics of long-haired aesthetics are very much more to their tastes, which I never counted upon when I first put this uniform on.
By simple coincidence you could never have counted upon.
I didn't
unserved. I am. Then let me own, I'm an aesthetic sham. This hair severe is but a mere veneer. This cynic smile is but a wile of guile. This costume chaste is but good taste, misplaced. Let me confess, a languid love for lilies does not blight me. Lank limbs and haggard cheeks do not delight me. I am not fond of dirty greens by any means. I do not long for all one sees that's Japanese. I am not fond of uttering platitudes in stained glass attitudes. In short, my medievalism's affectation, born of a moment love of admiration. If you're anxious for to shine in the high aesthetic line as a man of culture rare, you must get up all the germs of the transcendental terms and plant them everywhere. You must lie upon the daisies and discourse in novel phrases of your complicated state of mind. The meaning doesn't matter, for it's alien and chatted of a transcendental kind. And everyone will say, as you walk your mystic way, if this young man expresses himself in terms too deep for me, why, what a very singularly deep young man this deep young man must be. Be eloquent in praise of the very duller days which have long since passed away, and convince him if you can that the reign of good Queen Anne was culture's palmiest day. Ah, of course you will pooh-pooh whatever's fresh and new and declared it crude and mean, for that stopped short in the cultivated court of the Empress Josephine. And everyone will say, as you walk your mystic way, if that's not good enough for him, which is good enough for me, why, what a very cultivated kind of youth this kind of youth must be. Then a sentimental passion of a vegetable fashion must excite your languid spleen. An attachment a la Plato for a bashful young potato, wrought to French bean. Though the Philistines may jostle, you rank as an apostle in the high aesthetic man. If you walk on Piccadilly with a poppy or a lily in your medieval hand. And everyone will say, as you walk your flowery way, if he's content with a vegetable love which would certainly not suit me, why, what a most particularly pure young man this pure young man must be. Ah, Patience, come hither. I am pleased with thee, the bitter-hearted one who finds all else hollow, is pleased with thee, for you are not hollow, are you?
Well, no thanks, I have dined. But I beg your pardon, I interrupt you.
Life is made up of interruptions. The tortured soul, yearning for solitude, writhes under them. Oh, but my heart is weary. Oh, I am a cursed thing. Don't go.
Please, sir, I'm really sorry.
Tell me, girl, do you ever yearn?
I yearn my living.
No. Do you know what it is to be heart hungry? Do you know what it is to yearn for the indefinable and yet be brought face to face daily with the multiplication table? Do you know what it is to seek oceans and find only puddles? Oh, such is my case. Oh, I am a cursed thing. Don't go.
Please, sir, I don't understand you. You frightened me.
Well, don't be frightened. It's only poetry.
Well, if that's poetry, then I don't like poetry.
Don't you? Can I trust her? Patience, between you don't like poetry. Well, between you and me, I don't like poetry. It's hollow, unsubstantial, unsatisfactory. What's the use in yearning for Elysian fields when you know you can't get them? Would only put them out on building leases if you had them.
Sir,
Patience, long have I loved you. I will tell you a secret. I am not as bilious as I appear. If you like, I will cut my hair. There is more innocent fun within me than the casual spectator would imagine. You have never seen me frolicsome. Be a good girl, a very good girl, and one day you shall. If you are fond of touch-and-go jocularity, this is the shop for it.
Sir, I will speak plainly. In the matter of love, I am untaught. I've never loved but my great-aunt. But I am quite certain that under any circumstances, I couldn't possibly love you.
Oh, you think not?
I'm quite sure of it.
I'm
quite sure.
But...
Quite!
Very well. Life is henceforth a blank. I don't care what becomes of me. I only ask that you don't abuse my confidence, for while you despise me, I am extremely popular with the other young ladies.
I only ask that you leave me and never renew the subject.
Certainly. Broken-hearted and desolate, I go. Oh, to be wafted away from this black Eccledama of sorrow, where the dust of an earthy today is the earth of a dusty tomorrow. It is a little thing of my own, I call it heart foam, I shan't publish it. Farewell, Patience. Patience. Farewell.
What on earth does it all mean? Why does he love me? Why does he expect me to love him? He's not a relation, it frightens me.
Why, Patience, what is the matter?
Oh, Lady Angela, please tell me two things. Firstly, what on earth is this love that upsets everybody? And secondly, how is it to be distinguished from insanity?
Oh, poor blind child, oh, forgive her errors. Love is of all passions the most essential. It is the embodiment of purity, the abstraction of refinement. It is the one unselfish emotion in this swirling whirlpool of greed.
Oh, dear, oh.
Why are you crying?
To think I have lived all these years without experiencing this unselfish and ennobling passion. Why, what a wicked girl I must be. For it is unselfish, isn't it?
Absolutely. Love that is tainted with selfishness is no love. Oh, try to love. It really isn't all that difficult if you give your whole mind to it.
I'll set about it at once. I won't go to bed until I'm head over ears in love with someone.
Well, noble girl, but is it possible you've never loved anybody?
Oh, there is one.
Ah, whom?
My great aunt.
Great aunts don't count.
Well, then there's nobody. Well, no, nobody. Not since I was a baby, but I suppose that doesn't count.
Well, I don't know. Tell me about it.
9 years ago, 14 maybe, when but a tiny baby fall, another baby I must be in. I had no idea love was a duty. No wonder they all look so unhappy. Upon my word, I hardly like to associate with myself. I don't think I'm respectable. I'll go at once and fall in love with a stranger.
Prithee, pretty maiden, prithee tell me true. Hey, but I'm doleful, will away me. Have you e'er a lover a-dangling after you? Hey, will away me, oh. I would fain discover if you had a lover. Hey,
Gentle sir, my heart is frolicsome and free. Hey, but he's doleful, will away thee. Nobody I care for comes a-courting me. Hey, will away me, oh. Nobody I care for comes a-courting therefore. Hey,
Prithee, pretty maiden, will you marry me? Hey, but I'm hopeful, will away me. I may say at once I'm a man of property. Hey, will away me, oh. Money I despise it, many people prize it. Hey, will away me, oh.
Gentle sir, although to many I design, hey, but he's awful, will away thee. As yet I do not know you, and so I must decline. Hey, will away me, oh. To other maidens go you, as yet I do not know you. Hey, will away me, oh.
Patience, can it be that you don't recognize me?
Recognize you? No, indeed, I don't.
Have 15 years so greatly changed me?
15 years? What do you mean?
Have you forgotten the friend of your youth? Your Archibald? Your little playfellow? Oh, Kronos, Kronos, this is too bad of you.
Archibald? Is it possible? Let me look at you. Oh, it is. Oh, it must be. Oh, how happy I am. I thought we should never meet again. And how you've grown.
Yes, Patience, I am much taller and much stouter than I was.
And how you've improved.
Yes, Patience, I am very beautiful.
But surely that doesn't make you unhappy.
Yes, Patience, gifted as I am with a beauty which probably has not its rival on earth, I am nevertheless utterly and completely miserable.
Oh, but why?
My child love for you has never faded. Conceive, then, the horror of my situation when I tell you that it is my hideous destiny to be madly loved at first sight by every woman I come across.
Oh, but why do you make yourself so picturesque? Why not disguise yourself? Disfigure yourself? Anything to escape this persecution?
No, Patience, that may not be. These gifts, irksome as they are, were given to me for the enjoyment and delectation of my fellow creatures. I am a trustee for beauty, and it is my duty to see that the conditions of my trust are faithfully discharged.
And you, too, are a poet?
Yes, I am the apostle of simplicity. I am called Archibald the All-Right, for I am infallible.
And Is it true that you condescend to love a girl such as I?
Yes, Patience. Is it not strange? I have loved you with a Florentine 14th century frenzy for a full 15 years.
Oh! Marvelous! I have hitherto been deaf to the voice of love, but I now know what love is. It has been revealed to me. It is Archibald Grosvenor.
Yes, Patience, it is.
We shall never ever part.
We shall live and die together.
I swear it.
We both swear it.
Oh, but oh horror.
What's the matter?
Well, you are perfection, a source of endless ecstasy to all who know you.
I know I am. Well?
Well, there can be nothing unselfish in loving you.
Merciful powers, I never thought of that.
To monopolize those features on which all women love to linger, it would be unpardonable.
Why, so it would. Oh, fatal perfection, again you interpose between me and my happiness.
Oh, if you were but a thought less beautiful than you are.
Would that I were, but candor compels me to admit that I am not.
Our duty is clear. We must part, and forever.
Oh, misery! And yet, I cannot question the propriety of your decision. Farewell, Patience!
Oh, farewell, Archibald! Oh, but stay.
Yes, Patience.
Well, I may not love you, for you are perfection, but there is nothing to prevent your loving me, for I am plain, homely, unattractive.
Why, that's true.
The love of a man such as you for a girl such as I must be unselfish.
Unselfishness itself.
So to many you would very selfish be.
Hey, but I'm doleful, will away me.
You may all the same continue loving me.
Hey, will away me go.
All the world ignoring, you'll go on adoring. Hey, will away me.
not have wed you to hang or behead you, nor may they all wed you, unfortunate one.
Tell us, we pray you, why thus they array you? Oh, poet, how say you, what is it you've done?
Heartbroken by my patience's barbarity, on the advice of my solicitor, in aid of a deserving charity, I've put myself up to be raffled for.
By the advice of his solicitor, he's put himself up to be raffled for.
Oh, horror! Urged by his solicitor, he's put himself up to be raffled for.
Oh, heaven's blessing on his solicitor.
A hideous curse on his solicitor.
Heaven's blessing on his solicitor.
A hideous curse on his solicitor.
A
curse
on his
A curse on his solicitor.
Stay, we implore you, before our hopes are blighted. You see before you the men to whom you're plighted.
Stay, we implore you, to us you're plighted, to be united. Stay, we implore you.
Your maiden hearts are do not steal to pity's eloquent appeal. Such conduct British soldiers feel. Sigh, sigh, all sigh. To foam and steel we rarely see a British soldier bend the knee. Yet one and all they kneel to ye. Kneel, all kneel. Our soldiers very seldom cry, and yet I need not tell you why. A teardrop dews each martial eye. Weep, weep, all weep.
soldiers very seldom cry, and yet they need not tell us why.
A teardrop dews each martial eye. Weep, weep, all weep.
Come on, purchase with avidity. Overcome your diffidence and natural timidity. Tickets for the raffle should be purchased with avidity. Put in half a guinea and a husband you may gain. Such a judge of blue and white and other kinds of pottery, from early oriental down to modern terracottery. Put in half a guinea, you may draw him in the lottery. Such an opportunity may not occur again.
Such a judge of blue and white and other kinds of pottery, from early oriental down to modern terracottery. Put in half a guinea, you may draw him in a lottery. Such an opportunity may not occur again.
We've been thrown over, we're aware, but we don't care, There's fish in the sea, no doubt of it, as good as ever came out of it. And someday we shall get our share. So we don't care,
And are you for a ticket going to buy?
Most certainly I am. Why shouldn't I?
Oh, fortune, this is hard. Blindfold your eyes. 4 minutes will decide who wins the prize.
Oh, fortune, to my aching heart be kind. Like us, thou art blindfolded, but not blind. Just raise your bandage thus, that you may see, and give the prize, and give the prize to me.
Come, Lady Jane, I pray you draw the first.
He loves me best.
I want to know the worst.
Hold, stay your hand.
What means this interference of this bold girl? I pray you make appearance.
Away with you, and to your milk pails go.
She wants a ticket, take a dozen.
If there be pardon in your breast for this poor penitent, who is remorseful for to press sincerely doth repent, if you with one so lowly still desire to be allied, then you may take me if you will, for I will be your bride.
Shameless one, no role, missing no way, you have no take your way. No take your wing, you shameless one, you won't miss thing.
How strong is love for many weak. She's loved me fondly, but has feared to speak. But nature, with restraint too mighty far, has burst the bonds of heart, and here we are.
No, Mr. Bunford, no, you're wrong again. Commit me, I'll endeavor to explain. True love must single-hearted be.
Exactly so.
From every selfish fancy free.
Exactly so.
No idle thought of gain or joy a maiden's fancy should employ. True love must be without alloy. True love must be without alloy.
Exactly so.
Imposture to contempt must lead.
Exactly so.
Blind vanity's dissension sees.
Exactly so.
It follows then a maiden who devotes herself to loving you is prompted by no selfish view. Is prompted by no selfish view.
Exactly so.
Are you resolved to wed this shameless one?
Is there no chance for any other?
None.
I hear the soft note of the echoing voice of an old, old love.
Yes, who is this whose godlike grace proclaims he comes of noble grace?
I am a broken-hearted troubadour, whose mind's aesthetic and whose tastes are pure.
Aesthetic! He is aesthetic!
Yes, yes, I am aesthetic and poetic.
Then we love you.
They love him, horror!
They love him, horror. They love me, horror, horror, horror.
My Reginald, and sworn allegiance to his rival, and all forsooth because he has glanced with passing favor at a puling milkmaid. Fools! Of that fancy he will soon weary, and then I, who alone am faithful to him, shall reap my reward. But do not dally long, Reginald, for my charms are ripe, Reginald, and already they are decaying. Better secure me, ere I have gone too far. Beauty
old tale, how rapturously these maidens love me, and how hopelessly. Oh, patience, patience, with the love of thee in my heart, what have I for these poor mad maidens but an unvalued pity? Alas, they shall die of hopeless love for me, as I shall die of hopeless love for thee.
So, will it please you to read to us?
Yes, child, if you will. What shall I read to you?
One of your own poems.
One of my own poems? Better not, my child. They will not cure thee of thy love.
Mr. Bunthorne used to read to us a poem of his own every day. And to do him justice, he read them extremely well.
Oh, did he so? Well, who am I that I should take it upon myself to withhold my gifts from you? What am I but a trustee? Here is a decollete, a pure and simple thing, a very daisy. A babe might understand it. To appreciate it, it is not necessary to think of anything at all.
Let us think of nothing at all.
Gentle Jane was good as gold. She always did as she was told. She never spoke when her mouth was full, or caught blue bottles their legs to pull, or spilt plum jam on her nice new frock, or put white mice in the 8-day clock, or vivisected her last new doll, or fostered a passion for alcohol. And when she grew up, she was given in marriage to a first-class earl who keeps his carriage. I believe I am correct in saying that there is not one word of that decollete which is calculated to bring the blush of shame to the cheek of modesty.
Not one. It is purity itself.
Here's another. Teasing Tom was a very bad boy. A great big squirt was his favorite toy. He put live shrimps in his father's boots and sewed up sleeves of his Sunday suits. He punched his poor little sisters' heads and cayenne peppered their four-post beds. He plastered their hair with cobbler's wax and dropped hot halfpennies down their backs. The consequence was he was lost totally and married a girl in the Corps de Ballet.
Oh! Marked you, how grandly, how relentlessly the damning catalogue of crime strode on, till retribution, like a poised hawk, came swooping down upon the wrongdoer. Oh, it was terrible.
Oh, sir, you are indeed a true poet, for you touch our hearts and they go out to you.
This is simply cloying. Ladies, I am sorry to appear ungallant, but this is Saturday, and you have been following me about ever since Monday. I should like the usual half-holiday. I shall take it as a personal favor if you will allow me to close early today.
Oh, sir, please, do not send us from you.
Poor girls. It is best to speak plainly. I know that I am loved by you, but I may never love you in return, for my heart is fixed elsewhere. Remember the fable of the magnet and the churn?
But we don't know the fable of the magnet and the churn.
Don't you? Then I will sing it to you. A magnet hung in a hardware shop, and all around was a loving crop of scissors and needles, nails and knives, offering love for all their lives. But for iron the magnet felt no whim. Though he charmed iron, it charmed not him. From needles and nails and knives he turned, for he set his love on a silver churn.
A silver churn.
A silver churn. His most aesthetic, very magnetic fancy took this turn. If I can wheedle a knife or a needle, why not a silver churn?
His most aesthetic, very magnetic fancy took his turn. If I can wheedle a knife or a needle, why not a silver churn?
Then iron and steel expressed surprise. The needles opened their well-drilled eyes. The penknives felt shut up, no doubt. The scissors declared themselves cut out. The kettles they boiled with rage, 'tis said, and every nail went off its head, and hither began to roll, till a hammer came up and drove them home.
It drove them home.
It drove them home. Now this aesthetic, peripatetic lover he lived to learn. By no endeavor can magnet ever attract a silver churn.
Now this aesthetic, peripatetic lover he lives to learn. By no endeavor can magnet ever attract a silver churn.
At last they are gone. What is this mysterious fascination that I seem to exercise over all I come across? A curse on my fatal beauty, for I am sick of conquests. Patience.
We've escaped with difficulty from my Reginald. I wanted to see you so badly that I might ask if you still love me as fondly as ever.
Love you with the devotion of a lifetime.
Hold that hand me or I scream! If you are a gentleman, pray remember that I'm another's. But you do love me, don't you?
Madly, hopelessly, despairingly.
That's right. I can never be yours, but that's right.
And you love this bunthorn.
Oh, with a heart full ecstasy that withers and scorches and burns and stings. It is my duty.
Admirable girl, but you are not happy with him.
Happy? I am miserable beyond description.
That's right. I can never be yours, but that's right.
Oh, but go now. I see him approaching. I cannot tell you how happy it has made me to know that you still love me.
Ah, if I only dared to...
Sir, this language to one who is promised to another. Farewell, Archibald. Think of me sometimes, for my heart is breaking. He is so unkind to me, and you would be so loving.
Loving?
Advance one step, and as I'm a good and pure woman, I'll scream. Farewell, Archibald. Stop there. Think of me sometimes.
Patience.
Advance at your peril. Once more, adieu.
Crying, eh? What are you crying about?
I'm only thinking how dearly I love you.
Love me! Bah!
Love him, bah.
Don't you interfere.
He always crushes me.
What's the matter? If you have any sorrow, please tell it to me that I might share it with you. It is my duty.
With whom were you talking just now?
Oh, with dear Archibald.
With dear Archibald. Upon my honor, this is too much!
A great deal too much.
Do be quiet.
Crushed again.
I think he is the noblest, kindest, most perfect being I have ever met. But I don't love him. It is true that he is devotedly attached to me, but I don't love him. Whenever he grows affectionate, I scream. It is my duty.
I dare say.
So do I dare say.
Well, how could I love him and love you too? You can't love two people at once.
Oh, can't you though?
Well, no, you can't. I only wish you could.
I don't believe that you know what love is.
I do. There was a happy time when I didn't, but bitter experience has taught me. Love is a plaintive song, sung by a suffering maid, telling a tale of wrong, telling of hope betrayed. Never a selfish wind saw you when he said, blind to his every mood, merry when he is glad, merry when he is glad.
Everything's gone wrong with me since that smug-faced idiot came here. Before that, I was admired, I may say loved.
Too mild. Adored.
Do let a poet soliloquize. The damosels used to follow me wherever I went. Now they all follow him.
Not all. I am still here.
A pretty damosel you are.
No, not pretty. Massive. Cheer up. I haven't left you. I will never leave you. I swear it.
Oh, thank you. I know what it is. It is confounded mildness. They find me too highly spiced, if you please, and indeed I am highly spiced.
Oh, not for my taste.
No, but I am for theirs. I will show the world I can be as mild as he. If they want insipidity, they shall have it. I will meet this fellow on his own ground and beat him on it.
You shall, and I shall help you.
You will? Gee, there's a good deal of good in you after all.
So go to him and say to him with compliment ironical.
Say hate, good date, and that's what I shall say.
Your style is much too sanctified, your cut is too canonical.
Say hot, and that's what I shall say.
I was the beau ideal of the morbid young aesthetical. To doubt my inspiration was regarded as heretical, until you cut me out with your placidity and medical.
Sing boo to you, poo-poo to you, and that's what I shall say. Sing boo to you, poo-poo to you, and that's what I shall say.
Sing hey to you, good day to you, sing
good day
to you, ha to you, sing hey to you, poo-poo to you, and that's what you should say. Sing hey to you, good day to you, sing ha to you, ha to you, sing ha to you, and that's what you should say.
Boo, boo, and that's what I shall say. Bah, bah, and that's what I shall say. I'll tell him that unless he will consent to be more jocular,
Sing boo to you, and that's what you should say.
to cut his curly hair and stick an eyeglass in his ocular,
Sing boo to you, and that's what you should say.
to stuff his conversation full of quibble and of quiddity, to dine on chops and roly-poly pudding with avidity. He better clear away with all convenient rapidity.
Sing hey to you, good day to you, and that's what you should say.
Sing boo to you, poo-poo to you, and that's what I shall say.
Sing hey to you, good day to you, sing ha to you, ha to you, sing ha to you, poo-poo to you, and that's what you should say. Sing hey to you, good day to you, sing ha to you, ha to you, sing ha to you, and that's what I should say.
Boo, boo, and that's what I should say. Bah, bah,
And that's what you should say.
It's clear that medieval art alone retains its zest. To charm and please its devotees, we've done our little best. We're not quite sure if all we do has the early English ring, but as far as we can judge, it's something like this sort of thing. You hold yourself like this, you hold yourself like that. By hook and crook you try to look both angular and flat. To venture to expect that what we recollect
though but a part of true high art will have its due effect. If this is not exactly right, we hope you won't upbraid. You can't get my aesthetic taste like trousers ready-made. True views on medievalism time alone will bring. But as far as we can judge, it's something like this sort of thing. You hold yourself like this. You hold yourself like that. By hook and crook you try to look both angular and flat. To cultivate the trim rigidity of limb, you ought to get a marionette and form your style on him.
Yes, it's quite clear that our only chance of making a lasting impression on these young ladies is to become as aesthetic as they are.
No doubt. The only question is how far we've succeeded in doing so. I don't know why, but I have an idea that this is not quite right.
I don't like it. I never did. I don't see what it means. I do it, but I don't like it.
My good friend, the question is not whether we like it, but whether they do. They understand these things, we don't. Now, I shouldn't be surprised if this is effective enough at a distance.
I can't help but feel we're a little stiff at it. It should be extremely awkward if we were to be struck so.
I don't think we shall be struck so. Perhaps we're a little awkward at first, but everything must have a beginning. Oh, here they come. Attention!
Sophia, see, the immortal fire has descended upon them, and they are of the inner brotherhood. Perceptibly intense and consummately utter.
How Botticellian, how Farrar Angelican. Oh, Art, we thank thee for this boon.
I'm afraid we're not quite right.
Not supremely, perhaps, but oh so all but. Oh, Sophia, aren't they not quite too old but?
They are indeed jolly utter.
I wonder what the inner brotherhood usually recommend for cramp.
Ladies, we will not deceive you. We are doing this at some personal inconvenience with a view of expressing the extremity of our devotion to you. We trust it is not without its effect.
Oh, we will not deny that we are much moved by this proof of your attachment.
Yes, your conversion to the principles of aesthetic art in its highest form has touched us deeply.
And if Mr. Grosvenor should remain obdurate,
Which we have every reason to believe he will.
I wish they'd make haste.
we're not prepared to say our yearning hearts will not go out to you.
By sections of threes, rapture!
Oh, it really is very good. For beginners, it's admirable.
The only question is, who will take who?
Oh, the Duke chooses first as a matter of course.
Oh, I couldn't think of it. You really are too good.
Nothing of the kind. You are a great matrimonial fish, and it's only fair that each of these ladies should have a chance of hooking you. Observe. Suppose you choose Angela, I take Sophia, Major takes nobody. Suppose you choose Sophia, Major takes Angela, I take nobody. Suppose you choose neither, I take Angela, Major takes Sophia. Clear as day.
In that case unprecedented, single I shall live and die. I will have to be contented with a heart that sympathize.
He will have to be contented with a heart that sympathize. In that case unprecedented, single I will live and die. I will have to be contented with a heart that sympathize. He will have to be contented with a heart that sympathize. He will have to be contented with a heart that sympathize.
If on Angie I determine at my wedding she'll appear, decked in diamond and ermine, major then can take Sophia.
In that case unprecedented, single I shall live and die. I shall have to be contented with a heart that sympathize.
He will have to be contented with a heart that sympathize. In that case unprecedented, single I will live and die. I will have to be contented with a heart that sympathize. I will have to be contented with a heart that sympathize. I will have to be contented with a heart that sympathize.
Much debate internal, if on neither I decide, Sapphire then may take the colonel, Angie be the major's bride. In that case unprecedented, single I must live and die. I shall have to be contented with the heartfelt
He will have to be contented with a heart that sympathize. In that case unprecedented, single he will live and die. He will have to be contented with a heart that sympathize. He will have to be contented with a heart that sympathize. He will have to be contented with a heart that sympathize.
It is very pleasant to be alone. It is pleasant to be able to gaze at leisure upon those features that all others may gaze upon at their goodwill. I am a very Narcissus.
It's no use. I cannot live without admiration. Ever since Grosvenor came here, insipidity has been at a premium. Ah, he is there.
Ah, Bunthorne. Come here. Look, very graceful, isn't it?
Allow me, I haven't seen it. Yes, it is graceful.
Good heavens, not that. This.
Oh, you don't mean that. Bah! I'm in no mood for trifling.
And what is amiss?
Ever since you came here, you have entirely monopolized the attentions of the young ladies. I don't like it, sir.
My dear sir, how can I help it? They are the plague of my life. My dear Mr. Bunthorne, with your personal disadvantages, you can have no idea of the inconvenience of being madly loved at first sight by every woman you meet.
Sir, until you came here, I was adored.
Exactly. Until I came here. That's my grievance. I cut everybody out. I assure you, if you could only suggest some means whereby, consistently with my duty to society, I might escape these inconvenient attentions, you would earn my everlasting gratitude.
I will do so at once. However popular with the world writ large, your personal appearance is highly offensive to me.
It is. Oh, thank you, thank you. How can I express my gratitude?
By making an immediate change. Your conversation must henceforth be perfectly matter of fact. You must cut your hair and wear a back parting. In appearance and costume, you must be entirely commonplace.
No, pardon me, that's impossible.
Take care. I am very terrible when I am thwarted.
I can't help that. I am a man with a mission, and that mission must be fulfilled.
I don't think you quite appreciate the consequences of thwarting me.
I don't care what they are.
Suppose. I won't go so far as to say that I will do it, but suppose I were to curse you! Take care.
But surely you would never do that.
Oh, I don't know. It would be an extreme measure, no doubt. Still!
But you would not do it. I am sure that you would not. Oh, reflect, reflect. You had a mother once.
Never.
Then you had an aunt. I see that you had. By the memory of that aunt, I implore you to pause ere you resort to this last fearful expedient. Oh, Mr. Bunthorne, reflect, reflect.
Must not allow myself to be unmanned. Consent at once, or my nephew's curse!
Hold! Are you absolutely resolved?
Absolutely.
Will nothing shake you?
Nothing. I am adamant.
Very well. Then I yield.
Oh, you swear it?
I do, cheerfully. I have long wished for a reasonable pretext to make such a change as you suggest. It has come at last. I do it on compulsion.
Victory, I triumph. When I go out of door, of damosels a score, all sighing and bending and clinging and yelling will follow me as before. I shall with cultured taste distinguish gems from paste, and hiding a diddle will rank as ideal if I pronounce it chaste. A most intense young man, a soulful-eyed young man, an ultra-poetical, super-aesthetical, out-of-the-way young man. Conceive me if you can, an everyday young man,
a commonplace type with a stick and a pipe and a half-bred black and tan, who thinks suburban hops more fun than Monday pops, who's fond of his dinner and doesn't get dinner on bottled beer and chops. A commonplace young man, a matter-of-fact young man, a steady and solidly jolly bank holiday everyday young man, a Japanese young man, a blue and white young man, Francesca de Rimini, Mimini, Pimini, je ne sais quoi young man, a Chancery Lane young man, a Somerset House young man, a very delectable, highly respectable, threepenny bus young man, a haggard and thin young man, a haggard and lank young man, a green in the gallery, grove in the gallery, foot in the grave young man, a Cyril and Cross young man, a Howell and James young man, a pushing young particle, what's the next article, Waterloo House young man. Conceive me if you can, a crotchety cracked young man, an poetical, super aesthetical, everyday young man. Conceive me if you can, a crotchety cracked young man, an poetical, super aesthetical, everyday young man. A Sewell and Cross young man, a Howell and James young man, a very delectable, highly respectable, threepenny bus young man, a haggard and lank young man, a pallid and thin young man, a greenery gallery, grove in the gallery, foot in the grave young man, a Chancery Lane young man, a Somerset House young man, a pushing of Portugal, what's the next article, Waterloo House young man. Conceive me if you can, a tragedy cracked young man, an autopoetical, super aesthetical, everyday young man. Conceive me if you can, a tragedy cracked young man, an autopoetical, super aesthetical, everyday young man. Conceive me if you can, a tragedy cracked young man, an autopoetical, super aesthetical, everyday young man. Conceive me if you can, a tragedy cracked young man, an autopoetical, super aesthetical, everyday young man. I have committed my last act of ill nature. Henceforth, I am a changed character.
Reginald, the dancing? What in the world is the matter with you?
Patience. I am a changed man. Hitherto I have been gloomy, moody, fitful, uncertain in temper, and selfish in disposition.
You have indeed.
But all that is changed. I have reformed. I have modeled myself on Mr. Grosvenor. Henceforth, I am mildly cheerful. My conversation will blend amusement with instruction. I shall still be aesthetic, but my aestheticism will be of the most pastoral kind.
But Reginald, is all this true?
Quite true. Observe how amiable I am.
And, Reginald, how long will this last?
Well, with occasional intervals for rest and refreshment, as long as I do.
Reginald, I'm so happy. Oh, dear, dear Reginald, I can't express the joy I feel at this change, for it will no longer be a duty to love you, but a pleasure, a rapture, an ecstasy.
Oh, darling!
But, oh, horror.
What's the matter?
Is it quite certain that you are henceforth a perfect being, utterly free of defect of any kind?
Quite certain. I've sworn it.
Then I can never be yours.
Why not?
Well, love, to be pure, must be absolutely unselfish. And there can be nothing unselfish in loving so perfect a being as you have now become.
Stop a bit. I don't want to change. I'll relax. I'll be as I was. Oh, interrupted! What does this mean?
It means Archibald the All-Right cannot be all wrong. So if the All-Right chooses to discard asceticism, it means asceticism ought to be discarded.
Archibald? Archibald, I'm shocked, surprised, horrified.
I can't help it. I'm not a free agent. I do it on compulsion.
This is terrible. Go, I shall never set eyes on you again. But oh joy!
What's the matter?
Is it quite certain that you are henceforth a commonplace young man?
Quite certain. I have sworn it.
Then there is nothing to prevent my loving you with all the fervor at my command.
Why, that's true.
My Archibald!
My patience.
Oh.
Crushed.
Cheer up. I haven't left you and I never will.
Ah, thank you, Jane. After all, there's no denying you're a fine figure of a woman.
Oh, my Reginald.
My Jane.
Ladies, the Duke has at length determined to select a bride.
I have a great gift to bestow. Approach such of you as are truly lovely. In terms of personal appearance, you have everything that is necessary to make a young woman happy. In common fairness, I think I ought to choose the only one among you who has the misfortune to be distinctly plain. Jane!
Oh! Duke!
Crushed again!
After some debate internal, I am Lady Jane beside. Saphir now may take the colonel, and GP the major's bride.
In that case of precedent and single, I must live and die. I shall have to be contented with a tulip or lily.
He will have to be contented with a tulip or lily. In the case of precedent and single, he must live and die. He will have to be contented with a tulip or lily. When he is the one